for the 2010 Aero Sales Achievement Award. It was presented to Loc-Doc. So it took us almost 7 years from the time of our first ever award to actually display them in our office. Ever since then, we've won several different awards, and like this one most recently is our Brivo Southeast Regional Dealer of the Year for 2016 from Brivo. It's a pretty big deal for us. And then this bad boy, one of my favorite trophies of all time. This is our 2015 $1 Million Club Award from the Medico Security Centers. It's prominently displayed right there, and the reason for that is I want our team and our people to be reminded of past accomplishments. Other businesses in general, oftentimes you'll see these plaques of the city's best or voted by blah blah, whatever the case may be, and those plaques are typically years and years and years old. And the thing that bugs me the most is when you see that from many years ago, like 7 years ago for instance, and then you see nothing current, nothing recent. And to me that means that you've become stagnant, that somewhere along the way you had great momentum going and then it died off. So the question remains, how do you maintain your momentum? So I watched a great webinar the other day on leadership. It was put on by the Dave Ramsey group, and he's got this program called EntreLeadership. It's a great book, by the way. If you've never read it, it's definitely recommended. But I was watching this webinar, and one of the things that they were talking about was the importance of team meetings. The importance of setting the vision for your team, for your group, for your company, and then the really big task is finding a way to keep the momentum going and to keep that vision, that focus, that intensity in front of the team for a long period of time. We've talked about goals a lot in the past, so it brought me up to this realization that every year in our organization, and maybe in others, we spend a lot of time in December and January really focused on what the previous year looked like and what we would like to accomplish in the upcoming year. And we start off great, and we're always on an upward incline. Things are looking really great, and somewhere, somehow, in the middle of the year, some big thing happens and it sets us back, or it kicks our tail, and for whatever reason, we lose our momentum. See, it all came at a really important time for me because it's the middle of the year. It's July. We're halfway through. At the time of recording this, we're at day 187 of the year, which leaves us with 178 to go. And what I was concerned about was our momentum in 2017 has been unlike any other year that I can remember in the history of this organization. I'm waiting on this machine to warm up so I can make some espresso. I started thinking, what can we do to talk about, what can we do to focus on maintaining our momentum? And how best can I convey that to my team? So I spent some time doing some research on previous years. Nice. These pens are the best. 4-color. What can we do to talk about maintaining our momentum? What can we do to really focus on, and what are the action steps to actually accomplish it? So I came up with 3 things. 3 factors that I believe can help us to maintain our momentum. 3 things that everybody can do. It doesn't require any special skill. I believe that it's imperative in any organization if you want to maintain your momentum and you want to have growth. Because I don't want to be one of those companies that 5 years down the road, you look back at all the accomplishments that you made, and then the question is, what have you done lately? So I want to display our plaques, I want to display our awards, our accomplishments, not as bragging, but as an internal reminder for us of what we can do and what we should continue to do. So the 3 things that I think that we can do to make that happen is DCR. DCRs. But the 3 words are dependable, communicative, and responsive. So this is what I told our team. The 3 words to maintain our momentum is dependable, communicative, and responsive. In a world of flaky people, be dependable. It's so easy. Do what you say you're going to do, be where you say you're going to be, and follow up. How do you know if you're not a dependable person? Let me give you my theory and a quick test. How often are you apologizing to people? I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm running late, I apologize, I'm sorry. Number 1. Number 2 is communicative. Call, text, email. Figure out a way to communicate with people. Nobody has an excuse for lack of communication these days. Is working to share complete, not just correct information. We all have room to grow on communication. And then the last one was responsive. And I asked our team, what does responsive mean? And one guy said, it's adapting to the environment that you're placed in. And we have to be responsive as an organization to our customers' needs. We want to always be respectful and responsive to our customers' needs. So I believe that those 3 things, being dependable, being communicative, and being responsive, can help us to continue to maintain our momentum and actually push us into a more upward incline. We don't do it for the plaques and the trophies. Those things are great, but to me, it's just a memorandum. It's a reminder. And one of my fears within any organization is to become stagnant. So we're going to be very intentional about setting the focus and setting the vision and continuing to maintain our momentum.